Welcome back to my playthrough of Hexen Beyond Heretic as the Cleric on the Pope difficulty, played through GZDoom. Today we are continuing the Castle of Grief hub, but this time we are going into the Gibbet part of the hub, so let's go. Flipping the switch, we go down, and as you can see, a lot of things have changed, so let's give them a taste of the ghosts. And here are some stalkers who need to immediately go. Yes, we've all made the joke before. And there are also Etten here, who also need to immediately vanish. Preferably sooner than later. Let's use the Firestorm for these guys, because they are down here to a place where I want to go. In this area with this bookshelf. Let's just casually stroll right in and check out this library. We'll use the Firestorm to do some Etten burning. But maybe we should use the mace just once to keep the noise down. This is a library after all. So now that the Etten are disposed of, we can now look for the book that we were going to check out. And as you can see, K-R-X. Corax. That's the two tomes we got from the earlier levels. And they will help us fight these guys. And not only will we fight these guys, we'll pick up something in a little bit, once these guys are disposed of. Yeah. Very cool projectiles. But when they are dead, we can pick up Yorick's skull. Alas, poor Yorick. Horatio, I knew him. But I don't know these guys. They're strangers, so let's get rid of them with the Serpent Staff and make our way into this area. And this place is looking just a tad bit crowded, but I'm gonna break this real quick to get the Slaughter out, just because I want him on this too. You get 4 Spectres, and you get 4 Spectres. Yes, use Wraithverge to your heart's content, otherwise this place gets a little messy, but there aren't too many enemies here, but you might as well use Wraithverge, because it's just too nice not to use, really. You can get a Quartz Flask right here, and in here you can get much of the same. There are also Crystal Vials lying around as well, which you can also pick up. And over here is Combined Mana, and right here should be another Quartz Flask. Yes, sirree. But we're gonna get the Flechettes out for this guy. And let's punish him. Perfect. So as you can see, this is missing, so let's finish the puzzle. Brilliant. Now let's get out of here. Grab this real quick too. So once you put the skull on the statue, stuff falls down. And you don't want to be anywhere near the stuff that falls down, or else you'll be in for death, unless you use the Chaos Device, which will save your ass in times of need like that. Anyways, we're gonna dispose of these Etten. And while I'm here, I might as well shoot a Spectre or 2 into this area. Tear some of those guys apart. Probably deal with them later, but I'll soften them up for the time being. Right. So now that we've dealt with that part, we're going to go over here and flip the switch. We're going to get Wraithverge out again, because we're going into the Effluvium. Lord knows I can't pronounce that, but... Right, so here are some Etten, who immediately greet you. That's why you probably want to use Wraithverge. You can probably get away with using the Firestorm. Either way, there's plenty of mana pickups that you can use for now. Both blue and green. Might as well grab them while I'm here. And flip this switch, very important. So we can raise the water levels here. There are some stalkers in the water, but you know the drill by now. Right, so now you can jump into this area. Be greeted by plenty of slaughters, but let's greet them back with our Wraith Verge. Maybe give them an extra shot or two. There you go. You can grab some Disc of Repulsion, some flechettes here if you happen to need those, but the one thing you want to grab in particular is the dungeon key. And that's pretty much it for this part. So let's go back to where we were. If you took any damage, you can grab plenty of crystal vials. We'll probably be back here, but we're done for now. So let's go back into the Gibbet. These guys appeared from the area where we put York's skull on. So let's just dispose of them quickly. And let's take a trip back down here so we can go into this part and get rid of these guys. Okay, so that bed looks comfy, right? Well, when you step on it, it tries to crush you, so yeah, you don't want to be on it. You can go into here and dispose of some of these guys. You know what? You get the Wraith Verge treatment. I don't care if I'm wasting mana that way. It's just way too satisfying not to use on Centaur and Slaughters. So you can grab that vial, but it's not really worth it because you'll probably get crushed. Speaking of things that are interesting, you want to grab these bracers? You want to flip the switch? Well, you want to hug this wall, then jump. Otherwise, you'll fall and freaking die. Yeah, flipping that switch is good, but we have the dungeon key, so we can open up this area to go into the dungeon. Look at all these cages and torture devices. It's a dungeon. The evil dungeon. With dark bishops. Let's suck them. And flip the switch, and also kill these guys with Wraith Verge. While you're around here, you can also go right here, use the bookshelf, and go down to where these guys were. You know, if you want to grab that stuff. It's mostly crystal vials, but whatever. I'm gonna double check for any mana pickups. I think I grabbed them all. In that case, I might use up the rest of the Firestorm here if need be, then switch and use the Crater of Might. However, once we go down here, this new area is available. You can also go up here if you want, but not much here for the time being. So let's just go back down here and check this portal out. Alright, so with this portal, I'm going to end the video. I know it was a short one, but I wanted to make it sweet too. So stay tuned for the next part, where I go into the portal and go into the dungeons. Until then, toodaloo.